John chapter 19 verses 28 to 30. Later, knowing that everything had now been finished, and so that Scripture would be fulfilled, Jesus said, "I am thirsty." A jar of wine vinegar was there, so they soaked a sponge in it, put the sponge on a stalk of the hyssop plant, and lifted it to Jesus' lips. When he had received the drink, Jesus said, "It is finished." With that, he bowed his head and gave up his spirit.
Sponge. Noun. A piece of light, natural or artificial material that becomes soft when it is wet and can take in and hold liquid.
Washing the car.
Cleaning dishes.
Bathing the baby.
Dabbing paint.
Putting on makeup.
Sponges are used for many things.
But one thing stays the same.
What comes out when you squeeze a sponge is the same thing you soaked it in first.
You don't soak a sponge in soapy water and use it to put on makeup.
You don't dip it in concealer and use it to wash your car.
You don't fill it with paint and bathe the baby.
We aren't that different, you and I.
We are like sponges. What we soak up is what we squeeze out. From the time you were a child, the people around you, the entertainment you watch, and the books you read have filled you up.
It doesn't matter what the sponge looks like. It's what it has absorbed that decides what comes out when you get squeezed.
And you will get squeezed.
So, what will come out of you?
What task have you been prepared for by the things you've soaked up?
Judas, the one who betrayed Jesus, might have thought that when the pressure was on, Jesus would rise up and conquer the Romans.
But he missed something along the way.
He wasn't paying attention when Jesus soaked up the pain of the crowd.
He was looking the other way when Jesus absorbed the brokenness of the lost.
He didn't watch when Jesus took in the sin and darkness of those the devil had claimed.
But to be fair to Judas, he still would have been surprised.
Even the disciples who were paying attention to what Jesus was doing got it wrong.
Jesus, unlike anyone else before him, took all of that in, all of that dirt and hurt and sickness.
But when he was wrung out,
what came out was compassion and love and light and healing.
It was totally unexpected.
but it was exactly what we needed.
And now, when we soak up everything that came out when Jesus suffered,
he miraculously transforms what we've absorbed.
He makes us holy as he is holy.
we are squeezed and broken in the process.
But we are remade from the inside out.
Our old life ends.
And a new one begins.
Isaiah chapter 53, verse 6. All of us, like sheep, have strayed away. We have left God's paths to follow our own. Yet the Lord laid on him the sins of us all.